last 8 years with George Bush have just destroyed this country's economy. I would say everything from Ronald Reagan on, every time we've had a Republican in office, they haven't done anything but bash the working man. I mean, we end up on the short end of the stick pretty much every time.
It's hard trying to raise kids, and I got a wife that stays home with the kids because I can't afford daycare. You know, it's gallon of milk's up, gas is up. It's not pretty.
I believe it's the fact that the Reagan and George Bush trickle-down economics doesn't work. It simply makes the average working person starve to death.
We've had enough of this Republican BS, as you can say it. I mean, like I say, I'm a 39-year member of this great Labor's International Union, and I've absolutely seen it were at the worst, absolute worst that could happen.
I'm just not going to be able to understand or comprehend if you've seen what you union brothers and sisters have seen what's been going on in the last 8 years to let it continue for another 4.
And I am ready for a change, and I hope that you are ready for a change, because I believe this country is ready for a change. And a lot of people that you talk to want to talk about this election, which is the most important election of our lifetime, brothers and sisters. And they want to say it's about race. Well, it's not about race. They want to say it's about social issues. It's not about social issues. It's about economic issues. And you know, it isn't Wall Street. It's not corporate America. Brothers and sisters, the most valuable asset we have as a country is working men and women, is you and me and us, and those that build and toil to make this the greatest country there is in the world. We have to focus on the economic issues that affect us and affect our country. And real quick, I'm going to tell you the differences between the candidate, because it's pretty damn obvious who it is that I'm supporting and the laborers union is supporting. That's Barack Obama.
Instead of giving tax breaks to the wealthy who don't need them and weren't even asking for them, we should be putting a middle-class tax cut into the pockets of working families who are trying to figure out how to fill up the gas tank, trying to figure out how to pay the bills, how to buy groceries.
So what are the economic issues that impact our working lives as laborers? Let's start with the Davis-Bacon Act, prevailing wage.
The wages and benefits that you get on a federally funded job are because of the Davis-Bacon Act. And so when our rates prevail, all those contractors have to bid, whether they're union contractors or non-union contractors, using the prevailing wage rate, which is ours, which is yours.
We need to make sure workers building America's infrastructure are making the prevailing wage and getting the benefits they deserve.
So you can't have some scab-ass contractor come from somewhere else and come in here into Missouri and underbid a good union contractor by paying people minimum wage. That's what the act basically does.
Remember, after Katrina, George Bush suspended Davis-Bacon. You remember that. Families had nothing left. Whole communities had been destroyed. But George Bush thought people didn't deserve to make $9 or $10 an hour to rebuild that city. John McCain isn't much different.
John McCain, since 1983, has voted against the Davis-Bacon Act every time it's come up in Washington, D.C.
He has opposed it time and time and time again.
If they rescind the Davis-Bacon Act on prevailing wage rate projects, building trades men and women will take a 35% pay cut.
That's wrong. We need to strengthen Davis-Bacon and make sure that any new infrastructure projects we're proposing adhere to Davis-Bacon standards, and that's what I'm going to do when I'm President of the United States of America.
John McCain's health care plan. And believe you me, we need universal health care in this country. But his plan is not the way to go. His plan is simply to do this. Your employer negotiated health benefits. They want to tax those benefits. That's his plan. So all of us in this room, in this organization, we would get a bill at the end of the year for the health benefits that Gail and Gary and Glenn and our district councils negotiate and our locals negotiate, right, that have good health and welfare packages in there. We always want to do better, but that we have excellent health and welfare coverage. Every member, every laborer would get a bill at the end of the year for $2,500. Because John McCain wants to pay for those that don't have insurance from those that do.
There is a health care crisis in this country. Tracy and our signatory contractors, all our local unions know it, and there needs to be some solution. But I'll be damned if they're going to tax those of us that negotiate on your behalf, and you work out there busting your ass every day, and you're going to pay the freight for non-union signatory rat contractors who don't provide health benefits. That's bullshit as far as I'm concerned.
I'm tired of seeing union members having to spend all their time negotiating about health care they should already have when they should be negotiating for better wages that can support their families. We are going to change that. We're going to work with employers who are providing health care for their employees and lower premiums by up to $2,500 per family per year.
Third item, pensions.
John McCain is not for defined benefit pension plans. You know, you are unique. And we are unique in the building trades in that only 21% of American workers in this country today have a defined benefit pension plan.
I'm going to repeat that. 21% of workers in this country have a defined benefit pension plan.
They call it the ownership society.
How good would you feel today if the only thing that you had for your retirement security is a 401k plan?
We understand that it's not the ownership society. What it really means is you're on your own.
How would you feel then? Because you'd have nothing. I mean, you could use your 401k statement instead of toilet paper because that's about all that it's worth today, unfortunately.
If you're a worker who's been laid off from a job, tough luck. You're on your own.
Barack Obama is going to fight to not only keep what we have, but to expand defined benefit pension plans because he understands what's going on in the stock market today.
You're a senior whose pension got dumped after a lifetime of hard work. Tough luck. You're on your own.
Imagine if Congress had privatized Social Security, given what's going on in the stock market today, Social Security would be gone.
The questions are all the same. Will I be able to leave my children a better world than I was given? Will I be able to save enough to send them to college or plan for a secure retirement? Will my job even be there tomorrow? Who will stand up for me?
Barack Obama is going to ensure that organized labor can continue.
I mean, he actually genuinely acts like he cares for the working class. You look at his record, he's been fighting for the working man pretty much ever since he got into politics.
We don't need a soldier. We need somebody to bring this country together. We need jobs back in this country. We need industry back in this country. We need to build this country back up. Barack Obama's the man.
You got to get a Democrat in there, plain and simple. Can't keep going the way we're going.
We need this change that Barack is going to bring for us. He will. He's wanting to build this country from ground up, like the country was built in the first place, and it was through union brotherhood.
Barack Obama's definitely our friend. He's the biggest friend we got right now.
We have to have change. We have to have somebody in office, Barack Obama, that will support us, support the working person, and not give the money to the upper 1% of this country thinking they'll trickle that money down.
He understands our fight. He's not one of these guys that's been given a silver spoon to start his life with. He wasn't like that, just like I was, and probably like 99% of the laborers that we got in this international union. He understands us.
It's time we had a president who didn't choke saying the word union. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Union. See? Nothing happens. Union. It's all right. It won't hurt you. We need to strengthen our unions. Not weaken them, not tear them down. We need to build them up.
That's one thing I'm proud to be part of a union. We don't discriminate for race. We don't discriminate for gender. We represent the people. We're the working people of this country. If this country in the year 2008 is so narrow-minded they will look down on a man because he's black and not listen to him and not listen to his intelligence and able to bring people together, shame on us. Shame on us.
I think the most important thing for a union member is to vote for a paycheck.
Vote your paycheck.
Vote your paycheck.
Vote your paycheck. Vote your paycheck.
Vote paycheck.
Vote your paycheck.
Vote your paycheck.